Alright, what's going on, everybody? It's Sam from Zlader and we'll be doing my card predictions for UFC 209, GAne versus Tuivasa. Let's go through the entire, all the fights that I have to you guys, all the picks and the bets, then on to the breakdowns, okay? At the end, I'll show you the Patreon. Between Michal Figlak and Farziam, I'm picking Ziam. Yeah, 50-50 fight, I'm picking Ziam, betting him. Nasrat Hakparast and John McDessie. I'm picking Nasrat and betting McDessie. By the way, let me update here the odds. Now McDessie is close to plus 200. Alexio Di Chirico and Roman Kopilov. I'm picking and betting Kopilov. And also fix the odds here. When I bet it was a little bit better, the lines on Kopilov, but it's still picking and betting him. William Gomez and Jarno Ahrens. I'm picking Gomez and not betting. Stephanie Erger and Aiden Perez. I'm picking Erger. I'm tempted to betting Perez. I'm passing for now. I'm just the waiting. It's probably gonna bet Perez a little bit. Perez, no? Benoit Sandenis and Gabriel Almeida. Gabriel Miranda. I'm picking Sandenis but not betting. Abuzupian, Magomedov, Dustin Stoft. I'm picking Abus, Magomedov and not betting. Ali Taha, Christian Quinones. I'm picking Taha and not betting. This fight has been cancelled, which was Taylor, Lapidus, and Taha. Let's just filter this one out. Then we have Charles Jourdain and Nathaniel Wood. I'm picking Jourdain not betting. Robert Whittaker and Marvin Vittori. I'm picking and betting Vittori. Vittori is the biggest bet for now. Cyril GAne and Tuivasa. I'm picking GAne but not betting. Let's go through the breakdown, guys. I think that this is a quite big card. So let's see. Try to make this compact and nice. By the way, first thing on the Patreon, access to this material, I have in presenters' comments the breakdowns more concise, so you guys can take advantage of that if you're part of the Patreon. So between William Gomez and Jarno Ahrens, this is actually a very good level fight, guys. I'm not sure if this first of the card, probably it is. It's a high level fight. Two young guys, talented. I couldn't see much footage on either of these guys, unfortunately. I don't have it available, but what I've seen I liked from both. Gomez looks very athletic, fast, you know, and creative in there. Looks like can do a little bit of everything. Good camp, you know, young, powerful, fast, you know, all of that. Jarno Ahrens quite similar, you know, even though I think Gomez is more athletic. Ahrens a big guy for the division too. You know, I think one is 6 foot tall, Gomez, which is insane. Ahrens is 5'11", which is also insane. So also long, likes to come forward, throw hard, you know, well-rounded. Again, this is difficult for me because I don't have much footage, but I think Gomez is going to be better everywhere, basically faster, more athletic. I think he's also the better wrestler, but the question here is, can Ahrens take the front foot and push forward? If he can, he has a chance. Gomez is excellent, kicking on the outside, he's dangerous. But I don't know, man, if Gomez slows down, I don't know if he can slow down. He could, because his style demands quite a bit of energy, even though he's young and strong and all of that. But he could slow down and then Ahrens can win a decision. I don't know. I don't see that impossible, even though, again, difficult for me to tell. The only bet here probably going to be, for me, Ahrens by decision if I can take him from plus 300. All right? Rather than that, I'm going to pass. Also, to take a good look in the weightings. It's a good idea here. Benoit Sandenis and Gabriel Miranda. Good fight. Two very good grapplers. Basically, this is an easy one to break down. Both of them need to take top position. I think Miranda, I don't know, from what I've seen, I think he has better BJJ. In MMA, it's tough, right? Because you cannot just play BJJ in MMA. Actually, you can, but it's not too smart to do that. Benoit Sandenis is more like a no-gi grappler, high level, too, you know. I think Benoit Sandenis is stronger. I think he is stronger. He's much younger. I think he's going to push the pace here and put an insane pace on Gabriel Miranda. Benoit Sandenis should be able to take top position. He's more tenacious with the takedowns, and then from the top he should have the advantage. But Miranda, again, good BJJ. He's dangerous from his back, has good sweeps and all of that. Even though I think Sandenis, being the stronger guy from top, even if he gets swept or lose the top position one time, he's gonna take it to the ground again, gonna impose his physical skills. I think eventually Miranda gonna start breaking, you know. I think Dennis should win this one. In terms of a bet, it's complicated in my opinion. I don't like much the lines on either guy. I would bet Miranda from plus 400. I don't think the line gonna get there, but you never know. Or maybe Saint-Denis by knockout or submission even, you know, if he lands heavy on Miranda, Miranda makes a mistake, and you know, then Saint-Denis can get a submission. But yeah, maybe Saint-Denis by finish right inside of the distance, and Miranda on the money line from plus 400, but I don't know, I don't think I'm gonna bet anything here. Avezupian or Abus, Magomedov, Dustin Stolfus. Another interesting one, I mean, not the highest level here, to be honest. Magomedov has the surname, but I don't think it has anything to do with any of these Magomedov guys from Russia. They all have, at least from this heritage, right? They have similar surnames. So Magomedov, it's a popular surname in there. So I don't think he has anything related to the other Magomedovs in the UFC. But nonetheless, good sambo wrestler, right? Not bad striking. What I don't like much is doesn't seem to be the most athletic, the most powerful guy. He's fighting another one in Dustin Stolfus, who is again quite a good wrestler, good grappler. Okay, on the feet, nothing spectacular on any of these guys. But I think Abuz should win this quite comfortably because he has the range, he has the height. He's younger. I think he's younger, right? Or probably the same. But anyway, he looks a little bit stronger, and he definitely has the wrestling. Yeah, I can say that. I can say that he definitely has a technique in the wrestling. So he should be able to win this comfortably. But like I told you guys, he doesn't seem to be the most strong, athletic guy here. I'm curious to see Stolfus pushing the pace. I don't think Stolfus can win this, but it's not impossible. I mean, if Stolfus can make it somewhat competitive on the feet, which is not impossible, maybe Magomedov doesn't come at his best. It's his debut, you know. Maybe he's not that prepared for this fight. Comes in not in shape, right? Then we could see Stolfus with a better cardio, pushing the pace and winning a decision. I think what I'm going to be betting here is Stolfus by decision. I think it's the best bet here, even though I think Abus should win this one. I think Stolfus by decision. And this is probably going the distance, guys. I don't think Stolfus is going to get finished here either. I don't think Stolfus finishes Magomedov. So I think goes the distance, and my bet probably going to be on Stolfus as a big dog, right? From plus 300, plus 350. I'm interested in that. Stephanie Erger and Aiden Perez. Basically, interesting one because Erger, she's looks more physical, taller, longer, right? Looks better built for MMA, right? And then she's fighting Aiden Perez, who's quite compact. You know, she's young, so she's a little bit strong too. Sorry to fix this in front of you guys. Let me see if I can get this one real quick. So yeah, so is this correct? So yes. So Perez younger. She's also looks like she's coming. I don't remember her camp. Yeah, she's not from the biggest camp. Neither is Erger. But I don't know, man. The problem here is that I couldn't see much on Perez. Actually, I saw, but there's not much to see because she fought way lower competition. She fought in only a single promotion, I think. She's a champion there. I forgot the name of the promotion. But anyway, it's not that impressive. She doesn't look that fast, athletic, not the biggest girl. But she's young. I mean, 27. It's definitely at the physical prime here. She's probably very committed to this fight, right? I don't think it's impossible that she wins, but I think most likely it's Erger, you know, finishing her, because I think Erger, you know, she's gonna impose her judo, then take the opposition, try to go for submission. I'm curious to see what kind of game Perez has from her back. She can get back up and keep it standing. If she can do that, she has a chance, right, on the stand-up. Erger is not bad. She has the reach here. She's not, you know, terrible on the feet. She's okay. Not bad jab, 1-2 type of things. But I think Perez on the feet can make it competitive. She's more dynamic, right, can use kicks. So, yeah, if it's standing, could be anybody's. If it's on the ground, I think definitely Erger. Probably Erger going to be able to impose her will, but again, you're never sure. So to me, it's Perez by decision. The bet here, this is wrong, guys. But I think the only bet that I would take is Perez by decision. Let me take a look here on my numbers. Yeah, I have like Perez 20% by decision. This would imply plus 300. I think I would take this plus 300 bet on Perez if I can find that line by decision. Okay. Charles O'Day and Nathaniel Wood. good level, good fight, fun bout. Good, also good is fighting the featherweight here. GAne fought in the featherweight like for most of his career, at least probably all of it. So GAne a little bit bigger. There's not too big a size discrepancy, I think. Right, I want to see the weightings. I think Wood is 5'6", GAne's 5'9.5", something like this, 5'10". GAne hits harder, right? He's more dangerous on the feet. But Wood is the more well-rounded guy, good stand-up, right? Has a good job. Like, I like the striking from this guy. What Wood has a problem with is the chin. I mean, by that I mean not he has a weak chin, but he either keeps the hand up. He doesn't move much. His body moves well, but his head, I mean, his feet move well, right? But his head not so much. So I think what's gonna happen here, guys, it's either Wood gonna be dominant with the wrestling and gonna hold GAne down, but I think most likely GAne gonna be live in there, right? Wood gonna probably win the first round, pushing harder a little bit. GAne doesn't start that fast, but I think GAne from the second he's gonna start becoming more dangerous. And GAne, when he's falling behind on the third, the man is wicked. He likes to come, if he's losing, he turns on the survival mode, whatever it is, right? How do you call it? Like his instincts. And then on the third, he's dangerous. I think the only bet that I would take here is GAne by knockout on round 2 or round 3, especially round 3. I think this line is going to be very interesting. GAne finishing him on the round 3, and I don't think it's impossible. Okay, so this is probably going to be my bet here. I'm tempted to bet GAne. To be honest, I want to see the weightings too. If GAne looks big, much bigger, right, looks sharp in there, or Wood doesn't look sharp for some reason, then I would probably bet GAne here. But for now, I think I'm gonna pass, because I think Wood, with the wrestling, he has a chance to be more dominant, right? Push GAne back, take the top position. Don't think he finishes GAne, but could, win more decisively because of the wrestling and all of that. But let's see. I think to me it's GAne or pass, and for sure GAne round 2 and round 3. Probably GAne in the money line too for me. Michael Figlak and Farisiam, interesting one. Figlak more consistent, much shorter. He's not short. I think actually he's 5'10", which is pretty good for a lightweight, but doesn't have the longest limbs type of things. And very aggressive, takes the front foot, throw hard, good wrestling game too. He's coming as a favorite against Farisiam, who's fighting, and this fight is in France, guys. So Ziam is the local guy. I'm not sure if he's in city or anything, but anyway, he's French and they're fighting in France. So Ziam, not much more experienced, but more experienced than Figlak, has the UFC experience. Ziam is 3 years now in the UFC. He's 25, his physical prime, in a good camp. He's very tall. He's not 6'2", he's almost. I think I saw him, I don't know if it was with Adesanya. I saw him with some guy that was, I think was a middleweight. The guy that was probably like 6'3" or 6'4". Ziam was about the same height. So this guy is very tall. He's very long and talented too, right? He has a hole from his back. That's why probably he's such an underdog in this bout. But he's not easy to take down. Not because he has the best takedown defense, but because he's so long and at 25, very strong. So I think this guy has a legit chance to win this one, basically. I don't think Figlak is a good wrestler, but not outstanding, right? Also, Figlak hits hard, but I think Farisiam, he will deal with that pretty well because he has experience in the feet. Ziam is a striker. So I think this is anybody's fight, to be honest, guys. Could be a split decision included, right? I also think that Ziam maybe has a little bit more chance for the finish. I think Ziam can catch him clean, like when Figlak comes in, right? I think Ziam can catch him. Even though Ziam is not a finisher, I think he could, right? It's not impossible here. So to me, Ziam has a little bit more chances, but I'm picking him by decision and definitely betting him as an underdog plus 165. Very good value in my opinion. Nasrat Haqparast and John McDessie. Interesting one too. I mean, Haqparast much younger, right? 26, it's his physical prime. McDessie, not the biggest guy, like 5'8", short in limbs, right? So he looks very small, like he looks like a bantamweight in there. But the man is the bull for a reason. He's deceptively strong there. right? And he has a massive experience in striking. McAllister is very tough to hit. If you're going to try to go technical against McAllister, you're probably going to lose. So Haqparast to win here has to get to his face and wrestle. Probably he's going to try to do that, but the thing is that it's not much his style. You know, I've seen him with some decent takedowns, but it's not much his thing. I'm not sure what he's going to do here. If Haqparast tries to stand and bang with McAllister, it's probably anybody's fight. It's a 50-50 fight. If Haqparast comes, you know, just standing up, actually, I would even favor McAllister a little bit, as surprising as this may sound. Because McAllister, man, he's tough to hit. He has excellent head movement. He keeps touching you, right? And I think he has some power in there because the guys they don't just push on McAllister, right? They respect him. So I'm assuming that he has some power in there, even though he's 37 now. Probably the power is deteriorating a little bit too. But anyway, I think in the stand-up, McAllister gonna land more clean. Let's see what Haqparast is gonna do. Haqparast wrestles, pushes him back, makes it a dogfight. McAllister probably gonna struggle. Haqparast tries to land heavier or try to be more technical. He's probably gonna lose. Not sure, because he's probably gonna be more aggressive. But anyway, I think McAllister basically, to me, it's the dog or pass here. McAllister by decision, definitely the bet in my opinion. I would bet from plus 250. I'm sure that this line gonna open up because McAllister is now plus 200. So yeah, a little bit on McAllister. I'm gonna throw him in some parlays, right? You guys may be surprised, but that's what I do, right? So it's a good multiplier times 3 if you parlay him. Plus, I'm gonna do a prop on him by decision. Okay, Alessio Di Chirico and Roman Kopilov. So how this goes? To be honest, guys, none of these guys are the best fighters. Di Chirico a little bit more well-rounded, right? He's a little bit more proven in the UFC. Has some good wins in his career. Actually, maybe the most notable was forgot the name of the guy. Whatever what I'm trying to say, I forget. Okay, so I'm gonna come back. So Di Chirico has some wins in the UFC, but not the best chin, not the hardest here, not the most imposing figure in there. Kopilov didn't perform yet. You know, this guy in the regional scene was a little bit better. Could be due to the competition, but I think he still needs to shine in the UFC. And to me, this is a fight. Julian Marquez, just remember the guy that Di Chirico has a win, but it was a split decision, I think. So has a win or 10-9 win. Julian Marquez, so not bad there. But Kopilov, I think he has more chances here. Definitely more chances for the knockout. I think if Kopilov shines here, he keeps this standing. He hits much harder, and he's way more technical. Not way more, yeah, way more technical on the feet. So I think Kopilov, this is his fight to win, to be honest. If he loses, he's probably going to get cut, right? So let's see what kind of motivation he brings to this fight. I think he has more chance for the knockout. I'm picking him by TKO, right? Knockout, whatever. It's the same for me because I'm interested in the prop on that. So to me, it's the same stoppage, TKO or knockout. So that's my pick, right? If it's a good decision, could go either way because Di Chirico, again, good wrestling, right? Pretty well-rounded. But again, I think Kopilov, way more chances to shine here. I'm putting these odds. I have him like minus 125, Kopilov, just because I'm not counting that he's going to perform at his best. If he performs at his best, I would give him easily 62.5%. I would give him easily minus 180, Kopilov at his best, right? But since I don't know that, I'm trying to be more conservative, giving him like minus 125, but still, to me, the value is on him. Christian Quinones and Khalid Taha. Not bad fight. Quinones, I saw this guy just recently, right? His fights in the Contender Series. Pretty good wrestler, right? Very young, very tall and long, right? Seems to be good everywhere. He's fighting Taha. The only thing that the problem that I have with Quinones, guys, and I'm not picking or betting him here, is just because I think he carries that chin a little bit high, right? I don't like his the way he positioned himself in there. He's exposing himself. It's not bad, right? And he did that in the previous fights. But since it's his debut, right, I think he's going to be a little bit, with the jitters there, a little bit emotional in the cage, right? He will probably make mistakes, and Taha hits hard. Taha waits for the right time to crack with those bombs. He's not a volume puncher. Taha is not, right? So Taha needs the power. He's good in calf kicks too. I think Taha gonna find a knockout shot here, guys. I have a feeling for that. So I'm going Taha by knockout. In terms of a bet, complicated to be honest, right? Because the value seems to be on Quinones, but I don't see much of a finish for him. So maybe Quinones by decision is the best bet here, because if he dominates with the wrestling, he pushes Taha back, Taha lands something big but doesn't finish him, Quinones keeps wrestling, ends up taking top position, all of that. He has more chances to win this one, right? So maybe Quinones by decision is the bet, the way to go in terms of a bet. But or Taha by knockout. Let's see this line, because I think Taha by knockout, decent chance, probably round 2 or round 3 Taha knockout. That's also interests me. I don't think Taha knocks him out in the first, even though it's not impossible, right? But I think Taha round 2 or round 3 knockout, also very interesting. Whittaker versus Marvin Vittori. Good fight, high level. Don't need to tell much about these guys. Well, at least if you know UFC, and you probably know very well these guys. So they're both well-rounded. Whittaker, a little bit different style, likes to be relaxing there, leaping around, doing side kicks, head kicks, darting in and out, jumping in there. Also good wrestler, good grappler. Marvin Vittori, very well-rounded too, different style, more plotting style, gets in guys' face, throws harder, right? He likes to get to your face, make you fight him, and then he goes for wrestling, good grappling, both complete guys. To me, this is nearly 50-50. I'm just favoring Whittaker a little bit because it seems to be a little bit faster, definitely has experience, but Vittori a little bit younger, coming out, for war, right? This is anybody's fight, guys. Whittaker tends to win because, if it's a decision, Whittaker probably wins because he has more of a name, Judges sometimes do a poor job. I think Vittori made it much closer against Adesanya, right? Obviously, he got hit more, but he was more aggressive. I've seen some fights that a guy like Vittori would beat a guy like Adesanya just because one has a bigger name than the other, you know what I mean? So it's poor MMA judging for you, whatever it means, but I don't know. I think Vittori gonna take the front foot here, guys. I think Whittaker, he can land a little bit more, but it's gonna be competitive. They have about the same range. Even Vittori is a little bit longer here, so I think this is a very close fight. The bet is definitely on Vittori. Vittori by decision, good value, right? For sure, Vittori by decision, right? One of the best bet of the card. And because Whittaker is tough to finish, even though Vittori can find a clean shot and even finish Whittaker, it's not impossible. But yeah, the fight goes the distance, very good. Vittori by decision, excellent in my opinion. Ciryl Gane and Tuivasa in the main event. So this is pretty easy to break down. Gane, nearly a perfect fighter, really. Listen, striking, this guy nearly impossible to hit, right? I think the only way to beat him is doing what Ngannou did. So Ngannou, a guy that is more powerful, more athletic than him, has a longer range and basically made him fight, right? If you try to go technical on Gane, you're gonna lose. Now this guy is fast, he's super technical, he's also a good wrestler, excellent takedown defense, pretty complete fighter. So Tuivasa to win here, guys, needs to get in his face and make it a war, basically, with the risk of getting finished, because Gane is not like Ngannou in terms of power, but he's no small man, right? Just look at him, you can tell him that he's powerful. So that's what it is. Ciryl Gane for you, pretty complete fighter. Doesn't have the biggest experience still, but listen in MMA, right? But he's a Muay Thai champion and all that. So yeah, if Tai wants to win here, gonna try to either Gane sleeps on the leg kicks, which I don't think it's gonna happen, but most likely Tai on his face, trying to swing until finding him or getting knocked out. So yeah, Gane by decision is the pick. This is wrong here, guys. Apologize. So Gane by decision is a pick, right? Gane by knockout, not bad. Gane by submission, not impossible. Tai by knockout, maybe, because if Tai has power, right? It's nobody's how do you say this in English there? So nobody can. It's not impossible to knock out anybody, something like this, if that sounds correctly. So yeah, it's not impossible that Tai knocks Gane out, but I would bet that from like plus what, 800, something like this, plus 500, plus 600, whatever. But rather than that, maybe Thai plus 400, not a bad idea, because you never know at the end of the day, guys. And Thai, I think he's gonna come to trying to risk here, right? He has to if he wants to win. I think he will do. He seems to be a banger, right? Take a look at his name. So let's see. And but I think there is not much value in either of these guys. But if you force me to bet, man, I think I would even bet Thai here, plus 400, but plus 5 from plus 500. Interesting. Thai by knockout, maybe plus 700, as I said, right? So this will do for this video, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed. So please like, subscribe, share with your friends. What do I have for you guys for Patreon? For $10 here, it's this in Brazilian reais, but it's 10 US dollar. This is $50. For $10, you guys have access to this. So I have here my comments, right? And I'm putting this material much earlier in the Patreon, so you guys can read this, review, do whatever you want. For $50, you guys have access to this spreadsheet. I have all my bets here, right? I have also future bets here on future cards like UFC 279, UFC 280. I have some bets in those too. By the way, just put it here, not to forget. So I have some here. I'm not going to show this in respect to my patrons. And I have the props line by line, so the bets that I'm taking here, I talk about some of them here with you guys. So by the way, here probably I'm also going to be adding like this by decision and others. And here you guys can see how much I'm risking to compare, right? So there's that. I'm also coming up with something here, which I'm calling Fighters Database. This is basically I'm trying to put numbers to this, not to become only in comments. So this is not done yet, but I'm putting, right? I'm filling this out, and my goal here is try to come with some numbers, right? This is obviously my number, so how great a fighter is from 0 to 10. So I'm coming up with this, then I'm gonna try to find a rationale on what kind of odds this makes sense. I'm gonna try to run machine learning on this. Still in this infancy. I'm gonna fill it up this better, and then and explain better to my patrons what to do with this, and hopefully maximize the profits, right? So for $50, there is this, right? There is a Fighters Database. There are all the props, plus you show your appreciation to the channel, okay? So this will do for this video, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, please like, subscribe, share with your friends. And I forgot to show actually this, how it looks like. And I always forget this because they changed this thing. To show you guys my, is it not notifications? This looks so lame, you know. Why they don't put something like here? I clicked it and it shows. So here is the analysis. So this is some post weightings that I do. So here's some extra bets that I took. They didn't cash, unfortunately. But yeah, Tiberia by decision it cashed, right? There's some this is post waiting, right, on the previous card. So this is for $10, guys. This is a post for everybody, right? Obviously the $50 tier guys have that in the spreadsheet in numbers, so much easier to read. But nonetheless, I got some nice props here. And you hear by decision here, Budai crashed, cashed too. So this was a good card. So this is exclusive to Patreon. This is how it looks like, all right? So again, guys, thank you for watching. I'll see you next time. Descend from the other bet, bring the best, most consistent and transparent betting strategy for you.